got into that and all. Was there somebody that like inspired you in the junk removal industry?
Um, well, I mean, I was inspired by a client telling me that my SEO services were too high at the time, and then I started looking. So I was like, it's a little bit of sticking it to the man. But as I got into the groups, Cade Swallow was one that really stood out to me. He used to be a lot more active in the groups. He's in the physics market with Code 3. I think it is. I think I'm getting the name wrong of his business. It's skipping my brain right now. But
And what
Cade
was his
Swallow.
name again? Can you say that one more time?
Cade, so Cade, swallow, like the bird.
Okay.
Yeah. He is he's just been at it. He's been grinding. He's been very consistent in what he's doing. He's actually done a lot of his SEO himself, and he's just been consistent at making it happen. And he's got a pretty powerful site. Um, Cade is one. He always answered my questions when I popped him in there. Joseph Martinez back in the day was much more active on Facebook. Um, there's a few, but yeah, the people that engaged with me when I had questions. Um, I look back, they built the foundation of our business, and then it's the foundation of everything I give back now. Started there.
What's your main platform that you look into? It sounds like Facebook might be one of the big ones for you.
I'm the most active on Facebook currently. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are some of the biggest challenges you faced as a junk removal company, and how did you overcome them?
Getting insurance was a struggle for us at the beginning. If anybody's looking for insurance, Toby Stubbs is the way to go for any US guys. I think he has some Canadian connections as well, but we went for a quote, and then we started. It was taking so long. We went to someone else, and they're like, "Oh, that's going to make the process twice as long as if you're trying to get quotes from multiple people." It took us like a month and a half to get insurance. It was quite a drag. So that was one of the bigger hurdles. And then finding people, that's always a challenging part of the game. Um, but it really went quite smoothly for us, if I'm being honest. We went all in. I mean, I was running the agency, and then I just loved the challenge of not just the online marketing side, but the how can I stand out in the local community. And I just went all in on that. We got interviewed by a bunch of news stations right off the bat. I had my team in the agency send emails to all the local news stations saying we were starting this business. We were local, alumni of the local university, and we got like 3 or 4 interviews that way, which are all fantastic backlinks, by the way. So you can do this as a business owner. You can just reach out to, if you do anything notable, news stations are dying for this stuff. Anybody that's in the hurricane path, anybody that's doing anything that helps their community, doing events, reach out to your local news and say, hey, we've got a story you should probably check out. Call, you could even be yourself, talking to them about the story, but they don't know that. Give them a number and a name. They'll call you up and do an interview. Those are some things that, people don't take the time to do, but no one else is taking the time to do it. And if you do it, you're going to stand out.
Yeah, you hit home when you said commercial insurance with me. I'm actually going through that, and what a nightmare it's been, especially here in California. A lot
Have
of
you
the
talked to
companies.
Toby?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually Matt Vick and Jojo Vick, they put me on because I met up with Matt. They get my Junk Expo ticket, and I wanted to meet him face to face. And it was a great thing that I brought up the whole commercial insurance. I was getting quotes from Progressive, and then I learned it wasn't until after he was like, "Go talk to Toby." So of course, I hit up Toby and all that, and I started kind of telling him everything. And I'm like, "Yeah, I just got a quote from Progressive." He goes, "Progressive can't even cover you anymore. They don't even cover junk removal companies." So these
Brutal.
guys had me going through this whole process and everything, and then to find out they couldn't even do what I needed and all was kind of defeating. And then the prices I was hearing were just insane. And I mean, I have a good driver's record, never had any accidents or anything. I'm hearing quotes at like $17,000 and for the year, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is crazy. So now I've got Toby helping me out, and I had to do a couple of things before I could actually get the new quotes in. But in the last week, we've been getting a couple of quotes out there, and trying to nail down the company that I'm going to be working with. But for you guys that are listening, if you're at that stage and you're looking for somebody Toby Stubbs is the guy. And I have an interview that I did with him, and I actually got a couple more clips that are going to be coming out in the next couple of days. And he's also going to be one of the speakers there at the Junk Expo, October 25th. But this guy, he knows everything when it comes to junk removal and commercial insurance. He's got all the connections. He's the guy you want to speak to. And he's just such a great guy. You know, even if he can't help you out, he'll lead you in the right direction and tell you who to get in touch with and what companies and all that. So definitely get in touch with Toby. Really, really great person.
Absolutely. I agree. I've had him on my podcast. He's a wealth of knowledge.
Definitely. Even though I think he's a Bengals fan, so when it comes to football, we kind of butt heads and all. But still, even though he lives in Chicago, and my boy is actually the backup quarterback for Chicago Bears now,
Oh, no
Tyson
way.
Bagent and all that. So we might meet up when I might shoot out there, and we might hit a Chicago Bears game and
I love
kind
it.
of talk things over in person. So that'd be
Even
pretty
for all his football faults, Toby's a great insurance guy.
cool. There you go. There you go.